Some breaking news to bring you now, and President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has posted onto Twitter or X to respond to the news that the United States is going to pause aid to Ukraine. I want to read this out in full because a consequential moment here as diplomacy to try and end the war in Ukraine is conducted via social media. Volodymyr Zelenskyy has written, "I would like to reiterate Ukraine's commitment to peace. None of us wants an endless war. Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than Ukrainians," he says. "My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We're ready to work fast to end the war, and the first stages could be the release of prisoners and truce in the sky, a ban on missiles, long-range drones, bombs on energy and other civilian infrastructure, and a truce in the sea immediately," and this is key, "if Russia will do the same." He then goes on, "Then we want to move fast through all next stages and to work with the US to agree a strong final deal." Now, we do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence, President Zelenskyy says. Remember, in the Oval Office on Friday, he was accused of lacking respect and not being thankful to the United States. He says, "And we remember the moment when things changed, when President Trump provided Ukraine with javelins. We're grateful for this. Our meeting in Washington at the White House on Friday did not go the way it was supposed to be," he says. "It is regrettable that it happened this way. It is time to make things right. We would like future cooperation and communication to be constructive regarding the agreement on minerals and security." That's what he was in Washington to sign, remember. "Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time and in any convenient format. We see this agreement as a step towards greater security and solid security guarantees, and I truly hope it will work effectively." So just hours after the US announced that they're going to pause aid to Ukraine, and a couple of days after this, that showdown in the Oval Office, Volodymyr Zelenskyy takes to X to essentially say that he is ready to come to the table to try and bring peace. He goes as far as to say what happened here in the Oval Office on Friday night is regrettable, and it's regrettable that it happened in that way, and it's time to make things right. He said he wants to work on future cooperation and communication and to be constructive. There's no apology in this message on social media, which was some of the demand from some within the Trump administration, but it goes as close as possible, I think, for President Zelenskyy, a man who has been fighting to defend his country from Russian aggression for the past 3 years, to try and make amends with the US administration and with that man, Donald Trump, to try and bring about a lasting peace. As he says right at the top of this message, nobody wants peace more than Ukrainians. And another key point, as I said, that he's willing to bring in a ban on missiles, long-range drones and a truce in the sea immediately if Russia will do the same. It remains to be seen whether or not the Kremlin is willing to do that. We'll get more analysis of what President Zelensky's posted onto social media throughout the day here on Sky News, of course.